What's up, Tom fans? Hey, so today I'm going to be watching Castles by Tom MacDonald. I'm super excited to be able to dive right into this. Don't forget that like and subscribe. And with that, let's get the show on the road.
I see you at the liquor store, leaving with the cheapest can of beer on the shelf. You ain't living on the street, but you barely making rent. Not relate because I'm struggling myself. I see you
Oh,
smile at
dang.
the clerk when you fumble through your purse. I just wish I had a little more to help. I imagine where you're living, how you feeling, what you love, and who you'll be if you can make it out your hell. I see you at the bus stop, looking at the sidewalk, smoking half a cigarette, waiting for a ride. Kinda limp when you walk and look away. When you talk, you're ashamed, I can see it in your eyes. Probably got a NASCAR shirt and a car that you love, but you're here cause you're too afraid to drive. It's been almost 10 years since the day that you crashed. Can't forget about the little boy's life. Everybody's got
Oh, oh man. Dang. Spent in, oh man. Okay, so he's talking a lot about addiction. He's talking about, I'm wondering if he's referring to like drinking and driving with the little boy. Oh, dang. This is intense. This is intense already. And, what addiction does is it causes you to basically lose everything.
the day that you crashed. Can't forget about the little boy's life. Everybody's got a story. If you look a little closer, you can see it in the wrinkles in their face. They
Yep.
can hide it in the silence, they can bury it and fight it, but it comes out when the hair is turning gray. You can feel it if you touch them, you can tell that they are troubled. You can hear the story running through their veins. We all travel different roads and we put on different clothes. Underneath it all, we're really all the same. We've all
We all have stories, and then underneath all of our clothes, we're all the same. We've all got stories. We've all got problems. We've all got things that we're hung up on. And I know, like for me, like the addiction aspect of my past, there's certain things about my past that I still struggle with today. And I know that it's the same for a lot of other people. There's things that cause us to get hung up all the time. And the thing is, we are all the same. We all are in the struggle bus together. All of us.
we put on different clothes. Underneath it all, we're really all the same. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stone.
We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with. Dang, that's a really good. Oh wow, yeah. I mean that makes me think about like when you're going through life and you've got people who are coming against you. It kind of makes me think that those are the stones that you can bury yourself with, or sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt you type thing. Words do hurt. They do hurt. They sting. Words sting. It's kind of like getting pelted by rocks. And oh man, that's crazy. So we can take the things that people say to our grave with us, or we can take it and turn it around and use it to build our life up. Dang.
We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. I see you sitting on the front porch playing with a radio, looking to the sky. Probably living in that house all alone these days, trying to find a better way to pass time. Got a wheelchair ramp leading up to the door, I can see that you walk just fine. Probably hate it cause it isn't getting used anymore, and you only ever built it for your wife. Everywhere that I walk, see you on the
Oh,
sidewalk begging for a.
dang. So he's talking about someone who lost their wife, who and their wife was the one using the wheel. So this goes back to like the stories that are part of our lives. I mean, so my wife and I are always talking about like the future and what it might hold. And the thing is that one of us is going to eventually die. And yeah, we don't live in that kind of fear, but we sit and we have an actual conversation about it, make sure that our house is in order, things like that. But all of us have some sort of stories. Like, we talk about, when I say we, I mean me mainly, regarding that same conversation with my wife. I tell her I probably won't change a thing in the house because you did it. And I don't ever like talking about losing somebody, but it's inevitable. This is part of life. And part of life also encompasses the reality that sometimes we do lose people that are close to us. Sometimes we do fall into things like addiction. Sometimes we do have major problems. Sometimes we do encounter bullies in our life that throw those stones at us. And what Tom is saying here is that we have the power to ultimately build our castles, not based off of the stones that people throw, but you take the sticks that you're finding on the ground along the way and you build your life up despite your stories that you have, despite the things that you've had to overcome in your life. Man,
A little loose change for some dope. Probably got a mama and a papa spending everything they make, trying to clean you up enough to take you home. Used to have a good job, used to get good grades, used to have big dreams, then he lost hope. When your girlfriend died, giving birth to your son, you're the father that'll probably never know. Everybody has a tale that they're too afraid to tell. You can see it in the cracks in their hands. They can cover it with smiles if you walk a couple miles in their shoes, and you'll know where they stand. Everyone who really lived had to climb out of a ditch they were in before they found the right path. If you want to know the truth about what we've been going through, then try to put your phone away so you can ask. We solved our problems and we all
dang. Okay, so he's saying that if you want to know the truth, you want to know the story, put your phone away and ask. Dang. That is so true. That is so true. We are very, very consumed with our devices. We're very, very consumed with the world around us. We scroll through, um, news articles, for instance. We scroll through news articles and we find a bunch of divisive things, and yet they don't really feed anything but the division itself, and the stories that we have, they go left untold. And then next thing you know, 10 years goes by, and what's your story? That's one of the things I really like about ministry is that when I can sit down with someone and I can look in their eyes and say, I can say, tell me your story. And sometimes they're completely blown away that I'm asking them what their story is. They don't know how to respond. Because how often do we ask each other, what's your story? We kind of just stay on the surface. We don't really dive deep. And I think that having a conversation with someone else that we may not know and asking them, hey, what's your story? How'd you get here? But not in a condescending way. How'd you get here? What led you here to this point where you're talking to me? And then make sure that you listen, you show love, and like that's like one of the greatest things being a part of ministry is that when people share their story, it shows what a testimony they have. That's their story. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back.
We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We are the neighbors that you'll never meet. We are the strangers walking down your street.
Dang.
We are
Yep. Yeah, so here's what he's talking about. He's talking about those stories, like what I was sharing about how, this is one of my favorite parts of ministry, being able to actually get to know people. Like, do we know our neighbors? Do we have a conversation with our neighbors? I know, like, so we have neighbors here, on both sides of us, and one of our, on one side, they're in their 80s and 90s. Husband has dementia. Wife is super, super, super sweet. And then on the other side, an older gentleman lives with his dad. And this older gentleman is about 60 years old or so. And so it's kind of crazy because you see the stories, and when you get to know people, you get to find out that they're not just people. They're someone's daughter, they're someone's son, they're someone's brother, sister, dad, mom, and they have a story that they share about their medical, they share about the struggles that they've had to go through in their life. You know, um, I work in one of the jobs I have is I work in an assisted living, and in that assisted living, I get to talk to people from all different walks of life, whether they're Christian, whether they're Catholic, they don't believe in anything, they still have a story, and I still love being able to sit there and talk to them about their story. Especially when they have a veteran hat on, and it says veteran of Vietnam. I sit there and I have conversations about the war with them. I sit there and I listen. I listen. And it's so important. And that's what's missing right now. We get so caught up in our own lives and you know, playing games and in some ways being superficial that we just completely miss the things that are in other people's lives, the things that are around us, the things that our neighbors are up to. And yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Million faces in the crowd. We are the ones the system's tearing down. We are the people working to survive. We are more than just our 9 to 5s. We are the shopping malls and street.
That's another thing. We are more than our 9 to 5. So here's kind of the thing that I don't think people quite understand, especially about pastors. Some pastors are paid. Some pastors are paid. Some deacons are paid. Some people are paid to clean the church. Some people, not for me, not for us. Now, one of the reasons why is it's because one, we know that there's a lot of trauma when it comes to certain communities, and the first thing out of their mouth is fleecing the flock. That takes the argument right out of it because the Lord has provided, secular jobs for us. But one of the secular jobs I have is a teacher. Another one is I work in an assisted living. Another one is I'm a data analysis guy, guru, IT person, and I do all of these different things. I'm a web designer. I have all these little part-time jobs, and all these part-time jobs equal up to a full-time job, and then I have ministry on top of that, and I'm okay with having that life. We do ministry 6 or 7 days a week. It's a real thing. This is where we listen to people's stories. We get to know people. We actually talk to people. We want to get to know people. We want to be able to hear where people are really at. And whether someone's a Christian or not, it's not going to stop me from talking to them. It's not going to stop me from hearing the story. Like I said earlier, whether someone is Christian, Catholic, non believing in anything, they're agnostic, they're atheist, wherever they land, they have a story. I want to know what that story is.
We are one, it's time to tell them just who we are. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones.
Dang.
We all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones.
Dang. Yet another layer of Tom MacDonald that I get to see. Oh, this journey is just, it's really enlightening, whether it's Tom MacDonald or it's anybody else I'm reacting to. You know, these people are not just people, but they have stories, you know, and I'm getting to know them through their music, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So thank you guys for recommending this song. This was a really good song. Recommend the next song you think I should do down in the comments. And with that being said, I will see you later, Tom fans.